Titius.
Wait, what happened to you?
Will you stop interrupting my battle cries?
Battle cries? I thought a moose had gotten in here.
Nothing could ever get in here and hurt you, my precious. I'm here to protect you, just as every Roman soldier is protecting all of Rome. Whoa!
Stop that! Stop it!
Why?
You're supposed to grow old with dignity.
I'm not getting old.
How many candles were on your last cake?
Uh, I don't remember.
Proves my point.
You're just not used to me going through my pre-battle rituals for the glory of Rome. The children. Why aren't you with the children?
They're married and have children of their own.
So fast.
Midias, it's obvious you have taken too many blows to the head.
I have not. Whoever's saying that is a liar.
When you came back last time, it took me 2 weeks to clean you up so we would know which was the front of you and which was the back.
I came back unscathed.
I wish I would have had that sketch artist come in and do a painting of what you looked like.
No sketch artist will ever set foot in this house!
Why? Why not?
Their creative deferments are a disgrace, an insult to the honor of Rome.
They make people happy. Romans need something more than war.
Oh, keep your voice down. I don't want the listeners to think you're a subversive.
I can speak as loud as I want. The listener for this quadrant has profound hearing loss.
So why is he in that position?
Nobody wants it. There's no one to take his place.
The next generation just doesn't understand.
They understand, all right. They know there's more to living than blood and guts and getting sandals on sale and a woo-hoo!
Don't sully our sacred chant!
I can't sully it any more than it already is.
Oh, you...
What's wrong?
My head suddenly starts to hurt out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere. It's out of Spain. It's out of France. It's out of Germany.
Nothing to do with it.
You've fought 11 battles in the last 4 months. It has everything to do with it.
So what do you want me to do? Lay down my sword and become a sketch artist?
Oh, dear me. No. You can't draw a straight line.
You know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yes, I want you to lay down your sword.
I knew it! I knew it! You've become a pacifist!
Not so loud. The listener still hears.
Honoricius hears a lot, and he's coming here today.
Oh, that beast.
Beast! It is an honor to have General Honoricius in this house.
What honor? Beyond the sword, he is speechless.
He is a noble general, and his fidelity to the greater glory of Rome is impeccable.
Now tell his 27 wives about his fidelity.
But never more than 5 at a time. He was too honorable for that.
Remember when we had the wrong name on the wedding gift?
One thing that is unchanging about him is his love for Rome. I wish you could have more love.
Oh, I have a lot of love. Plenty of love. I'm just overflowing with love.
Then show it.
Oh, I love you, mightiest. You. I love you with all of my heart and all of my soul. I love being with you. I love thinking of you.
Oh, woo! Oh, woo!
Stop that!
Oh, woo!
I know. Intimacy scares you.
Oh!
Easier to bash a head in than to stroke my hair.
I will be leaving soon to bash heads in.
No, mightiest, you can't.
I can't. I am the master of this house. I do as I please.
But don't you see that...
I do see. You don't love Rome.
I like Rome. Yeah, a lot. But I love you more and living more.
You really mean that?
Yes.
Really?
With all my heart.
I'm not blushing. I got sunburned in France.
More like a hot poker to the face, which I put salve on.
So you'll put salve on again.
It might be different next time.
All right, you'll put kaffir on it.
You might not come back at all.
What are you talking about?
This fighting is dangerous business.
I know how to handle myself.
Of course you do, but you're not as young as you once were.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm as old and young and serious. No, don't say it out loud.
You're of the age where you shouldn't be...
Shouldn't be what?
You shouldn't...
Go ahead. If you're going to humiliate me, say it.
No, you shouldn't...
Say it.
You shouldn't be fighting with a sword.
I wish I was inflicted like the listener so I wouldn't have to hear this.
I know it hurts.
Hurts? After 35 years, someone has finally put a sword in my gut and keeps twisting it and twisting it.
Let me take the sword out. There. It's done. No one has served Rome more ably than you. No one has fought as ably as you. No one has sacrificed more of their time for the glory of Rome but you. But there comes a time that...
You're saying I'm old.
Older. I know nobody likes to hear it. How do you think I felt at the baccalaureum when they told me my feet moves were not quite as fast anymore to flatten down the dough?
I had no idea you used your feet.
We haven't talked enough.
It did have a funny taste.
But they gave me the job of wrapping the cakes most of the time and some occasional footwork. It's wonderful. I still feel useful. I don't feel old.
So you expect me to just put down the sword?
No, my mightiest. You have too much hate in your heart for the enemies of Rome. When you put the sword down, you can pick up the spear.
The spear?
Yes.
You know how humiliating that is?
You know how safe it is?
Yeah. They blow all the horns calling us to battle, and we, the feeble, throw the spears at the enemy.
To soften them up.
To soften me up. Makes me weak.
It allows you to survive and still serve Rome.
You know what they say about spear throwers? Old timers. Has-beens.
Some of them with the spear are younger than you.
They're old already. Old! And do you want to know why?
Because they're living a longer life.
Because they've given up. Have become a shadow of their old selves. You know what? They did a study. 43% of the spear throwers experience some form of depression in their first year of tossing.
They could do a study of me. And 100% of me would be depressed if you didn't come back.
So selfish.
So realistic.
So if I did come back, I would just mope around the house.
I've learned some new exercises. Oh, and our grandchildren have some new songs.
I didn't even know we had grandchildren until today.
More the reason to get to know them.
Honoricious will be here any minute.
Oh, please tell him.
Tell him what?
About our grandchildren.
He has 475 grandchildren.
And I'll bet none of them know him.
He will tell me whether I have the honor to lead my division as the first warriors to battle the Spaniards.
Please, no.
I haven't told you this. I was ashamed.
I'm happy you're ashamed.
Happy?
It shows more depth to your character.
Word had gotten out that I was not the greased lightning that I used to be.
Whatever that means.
It means nothing, but it sounds good. That I had lost a step. That I shouldn't lead my men in battle. Honoricious is old. School. He honors those who still adhere to the old ways. Unconditional love for Rome. No sacrifice too big. He favors the old warriors who have grit. He's investigated my performance in battle and is coming here today to let me know his verdict. Will I lead or will my division be in the back? Now I've poured my heart out to you. What do you say?
You are older, in some cases much older than the people who have gone to the spears. It's time to take the next inevitable step.
And take up the spear? What do I do after I've thrown it? Come back with my tail between my legs?
No, stay a little bit. I heard they give a meal to the spear throwers.
You expect me to go cold pheasant? Just stop fighting altogether?
No, the spear is fighting. It's just the new normal.
New normal? I never heard such a phrase before.
I'm ahead of my time.
Well, there is another reason why I must still hold the sword.
What?
There is more pay for those who take the biggest risk.
The house is paid for. The children are out of here. My baccalaureum work helps. If you serve refreshments after you throw the spear, there is extra pay for that.
But not what I was making. We need the money.
For what?
We just need it.
I think you're hiding something from me.
Nothing that has happened in our marriage I've always shared with you.
But what if it was before our marriage?
Well, how could you think such a thing? How could you? Like you could read my mind. How do you do it?
I do it.
The only place I have any privacy is on the battlefield.
Not with any special powers. I saw you with her.
What?
I saw you with Beauticious.
It is not possible that you are uttering her name. Not possible.
You said it. The morning, a few years ago, they sent me home from the baccalaureum. They said my feet smelled too nice and the other dough stompers were getting jealous. I went out to the garden to step on some onions, and I saw you in the footpath with her.
How much do you know?
Everything.
I'm so ashamed.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Having a child out of wedlock?
Before you met me.
I have cursed the family name.
You have blessed it. Most men in your exalted position would have had nothing to do with her. Her own mother has nothing to do with her. You could have called her a liar, humiliated her, sent her on her way.
Oh, you don't know how many times I thought about doing just that.
Thought about it, but you didn't do it. Couldn't do it. You are too noble for that.
Well, if I were noble, I wouldn't be her father in the first place.
We can't undo, but we can make true.
I have secretly been giving her money for clothes and food and a place to live. You're not angry? You're not livid?
None of that. I think it's wonderful. And I love you all the more for it. And I don't want you to keep putting yourself in harm's way. You've done more for Rome than 10 men. Let Rome do something for you and semi-retire graciously.
But the money.
Beauticious can live with us.
You mean that? You really mean that?
Who is it? Who is it?
Honorifice!
Oh, the general has come to tell me whether I can still lead my men in battle.
And if yes?
It's an enormous honor.
Do what is in your heart.
My general!
My warrior!
Should we do this in front of my wife?
Yes!
But please sit.
Old war wounds. I must stand.
Oh, then I will get some wine.
Ah, Pretitious. You look more beautiful than ever. In an hour, can we walk by the river?
You've married enough women for a lifetime.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
A toast to Rome.
To Rome.
To keeping your hands to yourself.
What's that?
To keeping the sundial on the shelf. We should never forget what the hour calls for.
This hour calls for good news.
What is it, my general?
After a long, long discussion with the tribunal, and I mean long, war wounds or not, I'm sitting down.
I'll pour more wine.
So thoughtful of you. Now, where was I?
The tribunal?
Yes. After a long, long discussion. Did I tell you it was a long discussion?
Yes.
You're repeating it for emphasis, no doubt.
After the discussion, which got heated at times, they agreed to my request.
Which was?
That you, my warrior, my friend, shall lead your men and be the first division into battle.
I am truly honored.
They kept telling me you were too old, but I told them you still got a lot of fight in you. I stood by you because I believe in you.
Because if he's old, you're old.
What did you say?
Because if the tea's cold, I'm afraid I can't think of another rhyme to get out of this.
Never mind you. What saith mightiest? Ah, woo! Ah, woo! Ah, woo! 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 Woo!
Oh, whoa!
You seem underwhelmed by this honor.
I've dreamed about this moment for the last 2 weeks. Hoped beyond hope that you would come in with these words. And now that I've heard them, part of me is honored, and I must say a bigger part of me has to respectfully and gratefully and dutifully decline.
What? You stop that! I put my neck on the line so that you could lead. My neck! And this is how you treat me?
I appreciate all your efforts, but the time has come.
The time can never come to put anything above the honor of Rome.
I have honored Rome for decades. Put it above everything else.
As well you should.
But not forever.
At least that long.
I have earned the right. I have bought my ticket with my blood and my honor.
To have even more honor.
Something more important than honor. Love.
Love? Love? What's love? What's love got to do with it?
That sounds catchy.
Everything.
Oh, my mightiest.
She put you up to this, didn't she?
And it's all my doing.
You could give me a little credit.
All right. A little. As a warrior, I never had to listen, just fight. As a man, my wife has taught me it is important to listen.
10 years behind my girlfriends, but I'll take it.
You have only one wife, and she can do this for you? I have 27, and they have no power over me.
Let them. You'll get to a better place.
Will you stop with that nonsense? Now you see what you've done? I have to go back to the tribunal and eat crow. And they'll demand a long, long discussion. I mean, really long. And they'll be right. And I'll be wrong.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm never wrong. Never. Never.
I was wrong not to tell you about Beauticious.
No, you felt badly.
But strangely, not anymore.
Out in the open, it can't just stay in one place.
It can't.
I am so proud of you.
even without the sword?
You still have it. You conquered your pride with it.
Well, I still have fighting to do. Spain awaits.
Where will you get a spear?
I'll use my father's.
You won't miss it?
No, he's been goading me to take it up, too.
When must you leave, my love?
At the crack of woo!
I'll remember to stuff my ears with cauliflower. Oh, and speaking of cauliflower, let me make you a big dinner.
Do that, my love. And afterwards, I'll go to father's and get the spear.
They just need me for an hour at the baketerium to step on some dough, and I'll be able to bring home some dessert for us.
Dessert. Yes. My precious, let us not only think of ourselves. The poor slaves that just got in from the galley ships, they get so little to eat. Let's give them the desserts.
Oh, my darling, what a wonderful idea! How you think of the less fortunate. See you.
Yes, the less fortunate. My stomach.